Alright, time for my Never Seen It series. Um, in the end of my last video, my haul video I just did, I said I would be doing this right quick. So I'm going to show the titles and then we'll talk a little bit more about them. So the ones that we're going to be talking about for this Never Seen It series are The Haunting with Liam Neeson and Catherine Zeta-Jones, Owen Wilson even. A Haunting in Georgia, A Haunting in Connecticut 1. I haven't watched the second one yet. I wanted to include it here, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. A Haunting in Texas, Override, and Violent Night. Told you this one would show up again in the next video. Alright. So, there's going to be like with Movies and Sue, there's always going to be a best of the bunch, and there's always going to be a worst of the bunch, and everything else is just going to fall in between. So, the best of the bunch for this one, I'm going to have to say is Override. This is about this guy overriding a robot named Raya. And she's an android used for a TV series called A Day with Raya, or A Day with Raya, or something like that. And each day, the Raya's husband character is someone different, and they always go by Jack. So their name is her husband character's name is always Jack. And when this guy overrides her controls, I'll show you on the back. This is as far as the movie's concerned, this is the VP's son, the vice president's son, and the guy on the front of the box that overrides Raya is out for revenge against the vice president and his son, and they're trying to do they're trying to masquerade the purpose of the hostage situation at first to try and make it so it's not like, oh my gosh, they captured the vice president's son, what are we gonna do, type thing. The vice president himself wanted to keep that under wraps. So very interesting story. The next one the one I liked a little bit less than that one, but still it's a very solid, good movie, is Violent Night. It's a heist film set during Christmas where Santa stops the heist in a violent and spectacular manner. Lots of blood and gore, but it's not a horror movie. It's a really violent action movie, I guess you could call it. Next up is The Haunting. The Haunting is about a sleep study type thing where Dr. Morrow, Liam Neeson, does a sleep study with 3 subjects. Thea, played by Catherine Zeta-Jones, Nell, played by Lily Tyler, and Luke, played by Owen Wilson. All 3 of the connective tissue between those 3 characters. There are other characters that leave pretty early on, but the connective tissue between the 3 that stick around is they are there for kind of like a sleep study type thing because they're insomniacs, and yeah, it takes it in an interesting direction. on the back of the box here, you can see that a bed frame is holding one of the characters hostage. That one is Nell, Lily Tyler, or Taylor, whatever his name is. This came out in '99, I think either just after or just before Phantom Menace for Star Wars. And it's a bit of a creepier role for Liam Neeson, because initially he's trying to go out of his way to scare the test subjects, but then he realizes, oh crud, this is actually a haunted house. We're actually in danger. And one of the characters, I won't say who, but one of the characters ends up dying, being beheaded by a fireplace. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. You know which character it is. But there's this like big gong thing inside the fireplace that ends up removing someone's head. Moving on, we have, on that happy note, next up we have, let's see, The Haunting in Connecticut 1. This one gave kind of an interesting take on a haunting scenario. And and if you remember in Ghostbusters, the ectoplasm was like kind of like a slime thing that was everywhere. That's what this is. This is ectoplasm coming out of this kid's mouth and other orifices. But it trying to think of what the kid's name is. Kyle Gallner. He was briefly the Flash in Smallville, and he was in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 as one of the surviving characters near the end. That went into the final battle with Krueger. But he's in this. This is not him, but his character has pretty aggressive cancer, if I remember correctly, and he decides that in the house that they move into, which isn't pictured here very much, but the house that his family moves into while he's doing his chemo treatments is, surprise, surprise, haunted. And it's haunted by a serial killer's like medium type victims and the serial killer himself. And this boy was trying to put an end to all of it by stopping the hauntings. But at one point, they end up taking his remains out of the house, and that's when crap really gets going. Because he was trying to protect the people in the house. Wow! And once his remains were gone, the bad guy that was killing everybody while doing his medium stuff was able to basically have free reign of terror in the house. So pretty interesting stuff. Let's see. Next to last, just because it seemed a little drier than some of these, is A Haunting in Texas. It's an independent horror film, not like this one, but even though it's an independent horror, it's still pretty good. It's just it seems a little on the dry side because there aren't there's not a whole lot to it as far as certain character developments. And the way the opening scene is kind of confusing a little bit. The confusion wears off once you have a better idea what's happening in the movie itself. But as an opening scene, it's a confusing one. So, however, the one I liked the least of this bunch is A Haunting in Georgia. This one was a lot more of a like a documentary type thing, where it had like characters. Sometimes it would have characters talking that are off screen that it's like, and that's when we started noticing this, and then this stuff happened. Instead of just showing us that these things were happening, it explained it. Like it told us these things happened instead of showing us them. So this one's not my favorite in the bunch here. I do look forward to seeing A Haunting in Connecticut 2. So I think after I've watched that, I might rewatch Haunting in Connecticut and then watch Haunting in Connecticut 2, and then do another Never Seen It series for both of them that just features those two. But yeah, this one, not great. Tossed off to the side. There you go. So that is my Never Seen It series. I do still have 5 cases off to the side here that I haven't watched either haven't watched all of the ones that are included or haven't watched or watched them at all. One of them was a 17 pack. The 17 pack I haven't seen all of them, but I have seen a few of them. And those are Peppermint, Scarecrow County, Wish for Christmas, the 17 pack of Puppet Masters type stuff. I've seen the first 2 Puppet Masters, all 3 Killjoys, and Sideshow, but I wanted to watch Puppet Master 3 through 9 before making another Never Seen It series out of it. And the last one over here that's still waiting for a Never Seen It series is King of Staten Island. I started it a couple days ago, or not a couple days ago. It's been probably 2-3 weeks ago now. But I decided I wanted to watch something else or more than I wanted to watch this. So I put on, I don't even remember what it was now, but I put on probably a DC show or something because I've been watching a lot of DC stuff lately. Speaking of, in the course of about 2.5 months, I've watched from season 1 episode 1 of Flash through the season 8 finale. My next step as far as Flash is concerned is I want to rewatch the first and last episodes of each season to see the Flash's powers grow over time. Now that I know all the stuff that happens in this show through season 8, I can watch the first and last episode of each season without getting super confused as to like, who are these characters? Why are they here all of a sudden? They weren't in this one. That type of thing. So I'm going to be doing that later on just for myself, not really for a video or anything, but yeah, that's going to be fun. I might actually turn it into a video. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to definitively say that I'm not going to do a video on it. I might change my mind and do a video on it. I don't know. But I currently don't have plans to do such. It's just going to be something I do kind of for fun. But I might do a Flash Never Seen It series since I hadn't seen from season 4 to 8. I had seen seasons 1 through 3 and a little bit of 4, but yeah, now I've seen the whole series, and I might include also the first episode of the 90s Flash show as well as the last one from that series. It only had 1 season, so I don't have to say of each season for that because it was just 1 season. But yeah, I might include that in my in that process. But for now, I'm wanting to watch Batwoman since it's season 1 with Crisis on Infinite Earth. I can watch the whole season and not get confused. Unlike Supergirl season 5, where I still need seasons 3 and 4 to help it make sense. And I need season 4 for Legends of Tomorrow to be able to make season 5 make sense. But I need to watch seasons 1 through 3 first, since I own all 3 of those. Anyway, I'm going to call it off here because I'm just rambling DC at this point, so have a great night.